Right, these are the heat sinks I've got. For, 5 40mm by 40mm. I think it's 10. See if it's got on the packet actually. Well, there's some details. 40, oh, it's 11. 40 by 40 by 11mm. I'll take the word on that anyway. I'll just show you. So there's Numno 40. And yeah, about 11mm high. I noticed that one of these on the back looks different to the others. The others are pretty black on the back, while this one is almost like a brass copper colour. I don't think that'll have any impact really. What I'm going to do is actually stick these together to make an 80mm heat sink. So they'll be stuck together, something like that, only that these fins will be all in the same direction. Yeah. Okay, and I've got some of this silicon heat sink plaster. It's called plaster. It's not heat sink paste. This set's supposed to set. And I've got some super glue. This is just cheap super glue from Poundland, like Dollar Tree if you're in America. It just costs £1 for a pound, an English pound. That's £1. If you're in US, be about $1. So I'm going to spread a bit of this on the edges, but I'm going to leave a bit of a gap for the super glue as well. I'm not sure how strong this plaster is really, but it's supposed to be like heat plaster, so it should be. So there's bits of gaps there. Put that down, put that way, put a bit on this edge as well. So these fins do have a sort of directional to them. Oops. That way. Put that out the way for now. I'm only putting a small amount on. Probably a bit too much there actually. And this doesn't set straight away, it takes time to set this. So do this before you do. Oops, got a bit on the back. You know, you got time to like work with it, so to speak. I think which way do I want to go. Let me check this one. So those are going like that. So it's this other edge here I want to be doing. That would do. As I say, I don't know how strong this is. Put them together. Put them together on a sheet of paper. I would recommend that you have some paper down. Make sure that they're square. And I'm going to leave that quite a while, and then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put super glue on it. Just make sure those are pressing together quite firm. Yep. Move it on a sheet of paper so that I don't want it sticking to the paper if I can help it. So now I've got 80mm sort of square heat sink basically. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that to set. I'm going to put a little dab down here of this plaster, not heat sink paste. So I know when that's set, then the other plaster on the heat sink should be set. Make sure you screw this nice and quite firm. So it's just this silicon heat sink plaster, HC910 says there. Right, I've allowed this about 2 hours. Actually, this is still a bit soft, this piece I put down here, but it's stuck. Be careful here. It's stuck well enough together to move carefully about, just to make sort of sure if the super glue is flowing or not. Yes, it is. This is just from Poundland, so I'm hoping that some capillary action will so like there's 2 drops on each of these white arms of the plaster, heatsink plaster. I'm going to leave that again. Actually, what I'm thinking of doing is almost not really recommended to use your finger, but I'm going to wipe over there, wipe over there, wipe over there, wipe over there, then wipe it off my hand. That seems almost greasy, that. So I'm just going to leave that now. Well, actually I am going to try and get a bit more of that super glue off, because I don't want it bumpy. I can always sand it down, but it's almost spreading it out like water here. Some of that super glue's going through and sticking to my finger, so I mean that's holding together. I can hold it up like this and it's not falling apart, but I think that super glue may help. Actually, I'm going to, let's wedge that under there a bit. No, let's wedge this ruler under there a bit to try and keep that off. I'm just going to try and get this. There's a couple of fins there, probably right in the middle. So I'm trying to fill, there's a tiny gap between them. I'm trying to fill that with some super glue. So that's right in the centre there. Trying to put a couple of drops each side. I'm going to go over the top here, and I'm going on the white line here and trying to drop it between the fins. So in a way it's going to fill this gap. It's very hard this way because the 2 fins of each side are very close together. There's a tiny gap, about 1/2 millimetre I reckon. So I'm just putting it on the top of those, and some, as I say, capillary action might wick it down, so to speak. So these, where they touch on the edge there's two, like lots of fins right close to each other. Pop that up. Actually I'll pop it up on this other heat sink in a plastic bag, put on the corner. Now I'm going to leave that again quite some time. Well, I've given it a good half hour if not longer, and that's reasonably firm. Now probably the super glue is the stuff that's holding it. The plaster stuff, I think that takes quite some time to set, and I'm not sure how strong it is, to be honest with you, but that is more heat, or claims to be more heat. See, it's not the neatest job, but there will be some 4 of those Peltier modules on there. I think it's 4. No, there's only going to be 1 on there, and this is to spread the heat out on the heat out there on that side. It'll be the cold side, this side. But that's, I can put a bit, I don't want to put too much force on it. I'm just putting a gentle force on there, and that seems strong enough, so that's good enough. And drop it a bit, just try and let you see inside the fins a bit. Seems some super glue has spread about a bit. So that's an 80 by 80 heat sink. All the fins are basically going in one direction, so I'll probably go in the unit this way because I expect the air to go down and then up. Is it that way? Actually it'd be facing them backwards, but anyway it will be going up, the air. Okay, so that's making a bigger heat sink out of 4 smaller 40 by 40s heat sinks. And one's to go on the actual Peltier. So it'll be, this Peltier will be sandwiched between them, cold side, well the fins will be that way so that any moisture will drip down, and the hot side, this side, which will spread the heat out. I will put some heatsink paste on here when I do it. That's just a little bit rough there, I can feel it. So I might sand that down a little bit. But I think this is just a coating, this black stuff. That's my understanding. It's not like all the way through. So I don't want to lose the black stuff off. Okay. Looks like that has been mixed with the black stuff, but it should be okay.